Every single camera company is coming out with a newer, more advanced, more confusing to me camera, like every week, or at least every month is what it seems. And I fall subject to that. Although typically I'm still shooting with my Canon C200s in the studio. Right now I'm shooting with my Sigma FP and a manual focus TT Artisan's lens, and I'm happy as can be. I love it. I love my Canon C200s. I actually just sold my EOS R, and I just sold my Fujifilm X-H1. I still have my Fujifilm X-T1, oh, and I sold my X-T3, and I'm going backwards. And some of you might say, why? Why would you do that when there's such great technology out there? And this is why. It's because of this tiny little, amazing, beautiful little camera called the Lumix GH5. I have had this camera since new. I bought it the second I found out about it. It's like a beautiful, tiny little palm handheld 4K beast. And I love this camera. I'll never get rid of it. I started my whole videography journey on Micro Four Thirds. My first good film camera was a GH4. Then I went and purchased the G7 and a G85 as secondaries and gimbal cameras. And then eventually I upgraded to the GH5, which blew me away. But then just shortly after the GH5, like a year later, before I even mastered or came close to mastering the GH5, I jumped on the Canon ship and went with the EOS R. Because I thought, oh, this is going to be the new thing. And it is. And don't get me wrong, the EOS R has served me very well over the years. I have shot a ton of paid professional headshot model portfolio work with that. I've shot some video work with that. And I truly have loved my time with the EOS R. But I wanted to simplify things again. And I still have my C200s, and now I have the Canon R8, and I still have my older Fujifilms. And I've got a couple other cameras here and there, especially the Sigma FP, which I still just love and adore. I wanted to take a step backwards and kind of go back to where I began. And that's exactly where this package comes in. Going back to where I began. So let's get it open. And let me show you what's inside. Packing slip, top handle, couple power cords, probably for the chargers. Where's the good stuff here? Batteries, 2 batteries. Can you tell what it's for yet? If I show you that? Can you tell what this is for yet? I'm sure many of you can. This is going to give it away. Nice little top XLR adapter. Now I've debated this for a little while, and I actually upgraded my son's camera to a G85. He does a lot of gimbal car videos, and frankly I loved my G85. I did a lot of great work with the G85, and I thought that would be a great camera for him as a stepping stone to get to the next level. Now part of the reason I purchased this camera again is for me, for now. Sentimental value, nostalgia, but really to get back to basics. To get back to where I came from. But also, eventually I look at this as the next stepping stone for my son when he outgrows his G85, which ultimately he will, because he's got a great eye. You know what this is yet? I'm sure many of you do. But I sold mine a long time ago, and frankly, I've regretted it ever since. So I've been searching for the right one. I'm hoping this is it. Oh, to have her back in my hands again. But here she is in all her glory. The Lumix GH5 in 2025. Little dusty, which is a good sign. Means it's been kind of sitting around. Wow, the screen is practically new. I mean, the body looks new. It's kept in a small rig cage. Came with the XLR adapter. Came with a small rig top handle. 2 batteries. Another small rig plate. And a genuine Panasonic bottom grip. Which is like brand new. Looks like it was never used. Wow. Literally looks like it was never used. Oh, the grip is still like that sticky texture, like when they're brand new, when they come in the package, they're a little sticky. It's still sticky. This is exciting for me. This is also very nostalgic for me. And then 2 chargers. Wow. So here we are in 2025, and I'm going back to buying another GH5. So you might ask why, although I've answered and given you plenty of reasons. Here are my thoughts. Before I get too in depth with going into the camera, because I'm going to want to play with it for a while, let's at least check the sensor first. Wow. Yeah, that's good. You're not going to be able to really see it from there, but that sensor is mint. That's a beautiful sensor. So assuming everything functions as it should, which I'm hoping that it does, this is a great package. This is a great deal. And I'm going to tell you how much I paid for this as well. So for all of this, the GH5, which supposedly was very lightly used, low shutter count, under 5,000 shutter count, with the small rig cage, with the bottom grip, with the XLR1, which also looks brand new. Yeah, this absolutely looks brand new. Doesn't even look like there were ever any XLR mics plugged in there. With the added plate for the small rig. 2 chargers, 2 batteries, top handle, and HDMI cable clamp. So for all of that, after I have been searching for close to 6 months for the right one, to what I felt was the right one. And this is the stuff I love to see. This. This tells you that it's somebody who cared for this camera. The battery has a label on it that says for Panasonic GH5. The charger also has a label on it that says green equals charging, red equals off equals charged. That's someone that cared for this. So I'm hoping and praying that it functions as it should. So for all of this, I purchased from a reputable seller on eBay. I got it for $720. And frankly, for that, I couldn't be happier. And here's my honest belief, and I've said this to my son many times. I truly believe that every single budding photographer, videographer, every kind of newbie or someone beginning their journey should start with a GH5 or something similar. Something that makes you learn the basics. Something that allows you the opportunity to grow within the camera itself, within the format, but that allows you to start with the basics. And with modern technology, now everyone's able to start with AI focus and all of these technological advances, which are great and they're phenomenal, sure. But it's taking away the love and the passion and the tactile feel of getting to know your camera. Because now instead of getting to know your camera and learning your camera, now your camera's learning you and it's just functioning for you. I don't want to be a part of that world. I don't even use AI for anything. I've never even used ChatGPT. Like I said, I don't want any part of that new fangled AI world. Man, I sound old. Well, that's the truth. I don't want to be a part of that. I want to be a part of this. Something that makes me feel like I am in control. That I'm the one that has to make the decisions. That if something turns out badly or poorly, it's my fault. Not the camera's fault, it's my fault. And I have to learn to fix it. And this is why I think that every new photographer and videographer should start with something like this, the GH5. That sensor looks brand new, and actually look at this. Even that lens ring looks like it's never had any lenses on it. This was the camera I've been looking for. You see what that is, young friends? That's called a full HDMI on an old camera. Unheard of these days. 2 memory card slots. Alright, so I just quickly cleaned it up and put it all together, and I mean, what a beauty to behold. The GH5 with the XLR1 small rig cage, and the top handle. This is just a beautiful thing in my opinion. And I threw a little pancake lens on here, the 12 to 32, that's usually on my GX850. Would you look at that? Oh. So not only is it like absolutely legendary, but it's perfection. You've got your two XLR inputs right there on top, still have a top handle. It's easy to grip, easy to grab. I have my eye cup available, even with the top handle on. Flip out screen in 2017. 2 memory card slots, full HDMI, 4K, and it all looks brand new. I just can't get over that. This is definitely the one I was looking for. So friends, stay tuned, because in upcoming videos, I'm going to do a series on just the GH5. Talking about getting started with it, getting working with it, my settings for video and photo, and just going back to a simpler time in 2025.